Hello and welcome to Know Your Representative, the program that bridges the visible gap between lawmakers and their constituents. I am Maria Olashendi. We'll take a short break from back soon. Stay with us.
The task of the leaders is to get their people from where they are to where they've not been. How do we hold our leaders accountable in the business of lawmaking and representation?
The mandate that you have given to us is not abuse in any way.
The primary purpose of government is to ensure the welfare and security of the Nigerian people.
The T20 project had noble intentions and they still remain the most veritable tool.
Do they really know their representatives at the states and national assemblies?
Our people, they don't have water, they are suffering. They only drink water from where they fall.
For the current one, the 10th assembly, I don't really know who is in charge.
From the mountaintops to the deepest valleys, we're ready to go an extra mile just to show Nigerian your constituency project. Know your representative with Maria, bridging the visible gap.
We are thrilled to invite you to the induction of our new batch of scholars into the realm of academic excellence. On April 22nd, 2024 at 9 a.m. prompt, all roads lead to the state-of-the-art permanent site of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, number 2 Abubakar O. Suleiman Avenue, Umaru Musa Air Adua Expressway, Airport Road, Abuja, for the 2023-2024 matriculation ceremony of NILDS Uniben Postgraduate and Higher National Diploma Programs. Special guest of honor, President of the Senate, Distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, CON. Guest of honor, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, PhD. Our programs foster a culture of innovation, research, and leadership, preparing our students to excel in their chosen fields and make meaningful contributions to the society. Be part of this momentous occasion as we welcome our new students into our vibrant academic community, where knowledge meets opportunity and dreams become reality. Hosts, Director General, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILDS, Professor Abubakar O. Suleiman, and Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, Professor Lilian Salami. NILDS Uniben Postgraduate Programs. Truly the best.
The Director General of NILDS, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, alongside the Deputy Speaker House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, and former presiding officers of the House of Representatives at the Senior Legislative Aids Retreat for staff of the Office of the Deputy Speaker. In his goodwill message, Professor Suleiman called for more synergy with NILDS in the continuing fulfillment of its mandates for training and capacity building. He noted that for effective legislative governance, the various units in the National Assembly are expected to work together with a shared vision of success without compromising the mandates of one another.
The knowledge that we are stronger together and that our collective potential is limitless when we work together towards a common goal. In this dynamic world of governance, where problems and complexities abound, the value of synergy cannot be overemphasized. It is the driving force behind innovation, resilience, and adaptability, the foundation of impactful leadership and sustainable progress. As we begin our retreat, it is time to reaffirm our commitment to harnessing the power of synergy in all aspects of our work. Let us create a culture of open communication, mutual respect, and collaboration in which every voice is heard, every idea is valued, and every contribution is acknowledged.
In the constitutional review process, you need to manage all our diversity, sometimes those even in the extreme. And therefore, the legislative aids play a very crucial role in the role that the Deputy Speaker is expected to play as the chair of that Constitution Review Committee. But it is even more encouraging for us when you have the occupant of the office of the Deputy Speaker somebody who prioritizes issues that impact on the most vulnerable of our people, and is also very much progressive when he deals with issues of national importance. We are a very prayerful country, and I hope that those who pray a lot will also pray for him. The Chief of Staff said that he comes with a lot of energy. This is the first year in office, and we hope that this will continue. This zeal, this commitment and energy will continue up to the end of the 10th National Assembly.
In the light of the above, therefore, the roles of our institutes in legislative governance cannot be overemphasized. But by an act of National Assembly, it has statutory responsibility for the training and capacity building of legislature, legislative aides and assistants, and other key democratic actors such as political parties, security agents, and election observers, among others. Under my leadership, NILDS has always lived up to its mandates with an outstanding record of delivery. Under the 9th Assembly, to be precise, we successfully trained about 3,000 legislative aides under our different scheme and platform. I want to assure you all that we remain committed to the effective discharge of these mandates under the 10th Assembly. Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, permit me to implore our parliamentarians, especially the leadership of the National Assembly, as well as the bureaucracies of NAS, to synergize more with NILDS in the continuing fulfillment of its mandate for training and capacity building. The gradual emergence of a seemingly parallel capacity building platform, not only competing, but also attempting to undermine NILDS over a statutory mandate, can only be counterproductive in the long run. Unfortunately, these tendencies seem to be brewing up within the leadership of the House of Representatives. Such a development negates the idea of synergy and should be discouraged in its totality. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect on the import theme of synergy in the next 2 days, we must realize that the non-negotiable task of effective legislative governance is our collective responsibility. We must all live to our individual and collective mandate as critical stakeholders in legislative governance. Genuine synergy offers a useful entry point to this. Distinguished guests and audience, we can never thank the organizers of this event enough for awakening our collective consciousness to the importance of synergy and for success. Therefore, let me once again thank the organizer very profusely, particularly Your Excellency Deputy Speaker, and the collaborating development partners for this important retreat.
To achieve synergy and success, it is important to cultivate certain key elements such as open communication, trust, mutual respect, and shared goals. By combining the expertise and perspectives of individuals with diverse backgrounds, synergized teams can solve complex problems more effectively, create more holistic solutions, and overcome challenges that may be insurmountable for a single individual to achieve. Synergy can be a catalyst for exceptional success in various aspects of life. The Nigerian National Assembly, with its bicameral structure, has accorded or approved the employment of 5 aides for each legislator, out of which one of them stands out as an SLA. However, there are moves to increase the number of aides available for principal officers as a legislative and administrative augmentation of their leadership statutes.
The office of Deputy Speaker is established by the Constitution of our Republic as the presiding officers. The Constitution provides for 4 presiding officers in the legislative arm of government, and that is very significant. So the Deputy Speaker serves our nation in a very, very, very high capacity. And so you are privileged because you're serving him. That also elevates your status in your respective constituencies and wherever you find yourselves. So please be appreciative of that privilege. And I appreciate synergy and success. If you synergize, you succeed. Like Toby rightly said, you cannot clap with one hand. Just like MK Abiola said, and you don't shave a man's head in absentia. It takes two to tango. And so you work hard for him, you prepare yourself for leadership tomorrow. I began as an aide in the National Assembly in 1993. And I thank God I grew and got to the level of a presiding officer in the National Assembly.
He is a very nice gentleman. I remember, unfortunately, I want to mention the case of Arula. I was in your office when attempts were made to change the report then of the High Committee. And you resisted. We now have to move to office with the Speaker. You see resisted. As you said, if you are truthful and you have this done by the committee, go to where committee of the whole to present this, do this presentation. If you didn't have the grasp of what was the matter, possibly you would have also been involved in this matter, and possibly you would have been part of the conviction that took place. I want to mention this particularly because of the importance of first study, research is very important. It's not every report that is laid that you go. Some have done their own on the dealings that you do not know. And as you go there, you need a lot of prayers.
So for us at the European Union, working and partnering with the National Assembly, with the House of Representatives, with your office and with your team is very important. And it is not by chance that a significant part of our support to democratic governance in Nigeria is channeled through the National Assembly, through the House of Representatives, and today through your office, with the objective to support you and further strengthen your role. The European Union is very proud of this partnership to strengthen democracy and governance in Nigeria, and is pleased to provide technical support to strategic House committees, to the MPs and their staff, to your office, to help the National Assembly and the House of Representatives to fully play its crucial role as legislator, but also as oversight and budgetary authority. And we are very pleased to support your legislative agenda, your priorities. And allow me to turn a little bit the conversation towards some of the key priorities and issues that will also be discussed during this two-days retreat, and on which we really believe that synergy for success is of paramount importance.
The synergy for success in this office is multifaceted, encompassing both the horizontal aspect of it and the vertical collaborations. Horizontally, synergy with the Speaker's office. We will work hand in hand with the Speaker's office to ensure the smooth operation of the House of Representatives and advance our shared legislative agenda, particularly regarding constitutional amendment and the legislative agenda of the House of Representatives. Number two, collaboration with principal officers. We will not work in isolation of other principal officers of the National Assembly. We will collaborate effectively with other principal officers to assist them in delivering on their mandates and leveraging what they know in delivering our own mandate. By sharing resources and expertise, we can collectively enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the House. Number three, there will be partnership with House committees. A strong committee partnership with the various heads of these committees in the House is crucial.
The task of the leaders is to get their people from where they are to where they've not been. How do we hold our leaders accountable in the business of lawmaking and representation?
The mandate that you have given to us is not abuse in any way.
The primary purpose of government is to ensure the welfare and security of the Nigerian people.
The constituency project had noble intentions, and they still remain the most veritable tool.
Do they really know their representatives at the states and national assemblies?
Our people, they don't have water, they are suffering. They only drink water from where rain fall.
For the current one, the 10th Assembly, I don't really know who is in charge.
From the mountaintops to the deepest valleys, we're ready to go an extra mile just to show Nigerian your constituency project. Know your representative with Maria, bridging the visible gap. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, represented by House Minority Whip Honorable Ali Issa, alongside the DG NILDS, Professor Abubakar Olarinwaju Suleiman, participated in a one-day monitoring workshop for the House of Representatives Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation of Implementation of Legislative Agenda and Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation of Standing and Ad hoc Committees. During his address, Professor Suleiman commended the leadership of the 10th House for proactively drafting a legislative agenda to guide the House's activities throughout its 4-year term. He emphasized the importance of the House committing to implementing this agenda to restore citizens' trust in the legislature and promote good governance for enhanced democracy in Nigeria. He stressed the necessity for the House to prioritize legislative reforms aimed at unlocking Nigeria's economic growth and harnessing the nation's abundant human and natural resources for development.
The objective of the legislative agenda of the 10th House of Representatives is to make the 10th House the people's house and improve the legislature's lawmaking, oversight, and representative functions. The agenda has 8 priorities, which include strengthening good governance, improving national security, law reform, economic growth and development, social sector reform and development, inclusion and open parliament, influencing, directing Nigerian foreign policy, and climate change and environmental sustainability. There is no doubt that the priority of this agenda will help guide decision making, shape the parliament identity, and ensure that the House serves the best interests of Nigerian people. However, the 10th Assembly must be conscious of the fact that it is operating within the context of a serious economic, political, and social challenges being experienced in our country, Nigeria. Citizens' confidence in government is currently low, and the crisis of legitimacy and lack of public trust is affecting the effectiveness of government institutions, including the legislature. In view of the foregoing, therefore, the House must be committed to implementing this agenda with a view to rebuilding citizen confidence in the legislature and delivering good governance for improved democracy in Nigeria.
Today's workshop serves as a platform for knowledge, exchange of skills, self-development, and strategic alignment, essential in our pursuit of legislative experience. The mandate of our committee spans through ensuring that our House complies with strengthening good governance, improving national security, law reforms, economic growth and development, social sector reform and development, inclusion and open parliament, influencing and directing public policy, climate change and environmental sustainability. Through rigorous monitoring and evaluation process, we can identify strengths, address challenges, and optimize our legislative strategies to ensure meaningful outcomes for our constituents. By fostering a culture of accountability and transparency, we uphold the principles of good governance and democratic stewardship.
This event, of course, also served to kick off this National Assembly and the work to also strengthen intra-chamber synergy, but also really focus in on basically creating a work plan and see what the 10th Assembly can do to really fulfill their mandate and to work towards the benefit of all Nigerian people. And in the coming months, a very strong legislative agenda has been drafted, has been created, with the goal to really fulfill on its mandate and to have a strong work plan that is very specifically targeted at improving the overall situation in the country, and then narrowed down to specific topics which are the priorities and priority area of the 10th Assembly.
It is in the light of the foregoing that the leadership of the House saw the compelling need to establish these two committees in setting up Committee on Monitoring and Evaluations of Implementation of Legislative Agenda. The House was mindful of the fact that our legislative agenda should be a compass that guides our actions as well as steer ship of the state through the path of development and progress. We jointly resolve that the legislative agenda will not just be seen as any document in keeping with parliamentary convention and practice. We launched the legislative agenda believing that it will be a living document and that our actions will be predicated on the 8 identified priority needs of the nation.
We stand on the threshold of history, as this is the first time since the return of Nigeria to democratic rule that a standing committee will be established as an internal assessment system and quality control mechanism to enhance the effectiveness, accountability, and efficiency of legislative process through the committees. So we recognize that legislative committees are the engine room of legislators and thus play vital roles in the overall functioning of the National Assembly. Our mandate, in line with Order 20, Rule 85, and Order 7, Rule 113B, are to, among other things, 1. Monitor and evaluate all the outputs of all standing and ad hoc committees of the House of Representatives.
We are thrilled to invite you to the induction of our new batch of scholars into the realm of academic excellence. On April 22nd, 2024 at 9 a.m. prompt, all roads lead to the state-of-the-art permanent site of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, number 2 Abubakar O. Suleiman Avenue, Umaru Musa Air Adua Expressway, Airport Road, Abuja, for the 2023-2024 matriculation ceremony of NILDS Uniben Postgraduate and Higher National Diploma Programs. Special guest of honor, President of the Senate, Distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, CON. Guest of honor, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, PhD. Our programs foster a culture of innovation, research, and leadership, preparing our students to excel in their chosen fields and make meaningful contributions to the society. Be part of this momentous occasion as we welcome our new students into our vibrant academic community, where knowledge meets opportunity and dreams become reality. Hosts, Director General, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILDS, Professor Abubakar O. Suleiman, and Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, Professor Lilian Salami. NILDS Uniben Postgraduate Programs. Truly the best.
There's the story of a governor.
The National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILDS, has organized a 3-day capacity building workshop for legislative aides in the 10th National Assembly. Professor Abubakar Olarinwaju Suleiman, DG NILDS, while delivering the opening remark, says the target is to surpass the 9th Assembly record of 3,000 aides in the current Assembly. During the speech, Professor Suleiman emphasized the importance of active participation and note-taking, highlighting the workshop's goal to enhance the aides' abilities to effectively support legislative processes and procedures. The workshop, tailored to enable participants to blend their skills and experience into the process of legislative governance, is structured into 3 categories that comprise foundational, intermediate, and advanced classes. The task of the leaders is to get their people from where they are to where they've not been. How do we hold our leaders accountable in the business of lawmaking and representation?
The mandate that you have given to us is not abuse in any way.
The primary purpose of government is to ensure the welfare and security of the Nigerian people.
The constituency project had noble intentions, and they still remain the most veritable tool.
Do they really know their representatives at the states and national assemblies?
Our people, they don't have water, they are suffering. They only drink water from where rain fall.
For the current one, the 10th assembly, I don't really know who is in charge.
From the mountaintops to the deepest valleys, we're ready to go an extra mile just to show Nigerian your constituency project. Know your representative with Maria, bridging the visible gap.
Thank you for being a part of the program this week. Join the same time next week as I bring you another interesting edition of the show. For missed episodes, you can catch up on our YouTube page, My Base TV. Thanks for watching. I am Maria Olashaine. Goodbye and God bless Nigeria.